What's going on, YouTube? Clayke's all back again with another Genshin Impact video, and today it's all about the Crown of Sagehood, this mystical talent level up material, how you should use it, when you should use it, and how many you should be trying to farm, and we're going to talk about that and more, so let's get into it. So guys, with the Star of Destiny event only 3 days away, I decided I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about my thoughts on this next event opening and this awesome item, the Crown of Sagehood. Extremely rare. A little birdie's been whispering in my ear, telling me about some of the stuff happening on the betas and things like that, and it does appear that we're only going to be able to get this item currently from events. So there's a new event there they've been testing, and this item is a, another event item you can get from there. So if we put 2 and 2 together and speculate, it looks like we may only be able to get this item when farming events. And what is this item used for? Well, it's a talent level 10 level up requirement. So I'm sure you guys have been working hard, getting your talent books, getting your Mora, and even getting some of the materials you need from the weekly dungeons to level up your talents. Like, for example, I need Dvalin's Plume. You guys need XYZ from the Wolf or the Dragon, the weekly bosses. And you can see there's a lot of requirements that go in, even the golden books, to leveling up your talents. Well, when you get that talent to level 10, you're going to need all of this. It's a lot. I think it's like 700,000 Mora, and you're going to need one of those crowns. And it just goes to show you that if every one of these units can go up to talent rank 10, it's going to be a problem if we can only get this thing from events, because it says limited time duration event reward. So this is going to be a very rare, very much sought after item that when you use it, it is going to be very important that you use it on something that is very important to you, right? So I want to talk about our way of getting it first off. So we're going to be able to eventually, in 3 days, farm out Fading Star's Essence. If we look at what we can get from this shop, there are a few things we can, speculate and take away from this. One, this thing costs 110 of this currency, while everything else kind of costs a lot less. I mean, we have 12 for, 12 for a golden book. Golden books are hard to get, guys. There's a lot of farming to do to get these. If it's only going for 12 and this crown is going for 110, are we going to be able to farm multiple? I would say it's going to be very close to a no. If you are, I would try to get as many of these crowns as possible, because again, multiple characters can get multiple skills up to level 10. You're going to need a ton of these. So this is going to be a priority item every time you see it in any event. You want to grab your hands on this crown. Very rare. The other thing I want to talk about is if you look at this shop here, it says item limited or limited item on everything but the fine enhancement ore, and that may be similar to the purchase up to 3, and you can see that this Mora down here is kind of like the dump. But the problem I have with thinking that, you can buy each of these one time. So it says one limited item. And that may be how it is. But the problem I have with that is, why would you ever just want to buy, or it's a good thing, to buy one Mystic Enhancement Ore for one of these currencies? That just seems wrong. That seems bad. Why would I ever even... I mean, you're going to do it because it only costs 1, but that doesn't seem very good. Why is that an event reward? That's nothing. It's just 1. So if you can buy multiple of the Crown of Sagehood, I'd say do it, dude. These are going to be top-tier items when you get to that point of being able to level up. So the next thing I want to talk about is how you guys should be using the Crown of the Sagehood. And this is going to go into a whole discussion, a whole lot more than, I can go over everything in this video, but you're really going to want to choose somebody that is going to be on your team for a very long time. You're going to want to put it on someone. For me, it's going to be Diluc, and it's without a doubt. Diluc's my favorite character in the game. He's very, very strong, and he's my main DPS. And I challenge you guys to go out there and make sure when you use this crown to really think about it. Don't just go willy-nilly using it. Think about your favorite character. Think about a character that you're going to use for a long time, that you think you might use multiple crowns on, and that you will have on your party for a year or more. I mean, that's how long you're gonna, gonna be using for a year or more as we move forward. You don't want to just be leveling up talents to level 10 and then just be like, Diluc's stupid, I love Child now. Well, now that crown's gone. You can only get one every couple events or whatever they're gonna give us. They're wasted sitting on Diluc, so you want to make sure you pick the strong unit on your team that you really like and you really want to use. After you decide that, there's even more choices, because then you have to decide between all of their abilities which one you're going to use the crown on. So for me, again, I am going to be using it on Diluc, and then I am going to be using it on Dawn. I know that Searing Onslaught is very, very good with Diluc, along with his auto attack, but for me... or his normal attack, excuse me, but for me, Dawn is just one of those abilities. I have it up all the time, huge AoE damage, helps me in Abyss, helps me in these farming events, and it just does so much damage, and I have it up almost as often as I have Searing Onslaught on, honestly, and I don't have any constellations with, Diluc, but there's no way that I can see myself in the next coming months, or however long I play this game, that I regret putting it on you know, Diluc's Dawn, right? Like, I'm just gonna love that. I love cracking his ultimate. I love using that. But for you guys, you may be considering something like Kaching, right? I know a lot of people love her, and I can't wait to build her up. She is very, very cool. You may be wondering where to put it on her, but I've heard, and you know, through using Kaching, a lot of people love using her auto attack, and her charged auto attack spam is something that's very, very powerful on her. So instead of using it on something like her ultimate, or maybe like her elemental skill, it could even be worth it to use it on her normal attack. Now, this is going to be up to you. You need to do your research. I'm going to leave a link in the description below that kind of gives you guys a wiki look at what each of these talents get as they level up. Because obviously, we can look ourselves, right? Like in the game, for Diluc, for example, if I go to his Dawn and I level up, I can see the stats here, but we can't see what happens past that. But with this wiki website, you guys are going to be able to see that and kind of judge for yourself where you want to go. Because again, it's a ton of these books. It's a ton of these materials. I think it's like 5 or so of these weekly drops, which are rare on their own because you have to get, you got to get the drop, and then it has to be the specific one you want, and then you're going to have to use a crown, guys. So this decision is insanely important to research, and make sure that you're choosing the right unit. I mean, that's the best thing I can say here. Another thing I want to talk about, though, is after we move on from that, so you've made your decision, you're crowning up your units. Let's just talk about MiHoYo for a minute. I think these crowns are way too rare. Like, this is insane to me. It actually gives me gamer anxiety to think about wasting one of these bad boys, or somebody out there like, dude, I love, like, they could just be out here, and listen, nothing's wrong in this game, right? You can level up whoever you want. But can you imagine somebody getting on here, loving Amber to death, and not really understanding the game, or they want to be strong. I'm not saying, like, you know, you can't level up Amber, she can't be strong, but I mean, like, wasting a crown on her could be a big deal. And they're just like, hey, these crowns are going to be around a lot. I'm just going to use it on Firing Rain. Here we go. I love it. And then learning that, like, oh no, like, I only get one crown every how many months? You know what I mean? It may be once a month. It might be twice a month. Even at twice a month, it's going to take forever to level up a lot of these talents and a lot of these abilities if you're only getting a few of them. So I really hope that MiHoYo in the future thinks about that and offers them a little bit more often than just one an event. And I'm thinking maybe we might be able to eke out two if they give us the ability to farm up a ton of these, you know, or even buy more than one. We're going to find out in 3 days, guys, with that new event, but that's what you should be spending your res on. If you can farm more of these, this is the hot ticket. These are great for leveling up talents and making your units better, so it's going to be a fun event, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds here in only 3 days. I'm going to be making a video on it, and we can finally decide if we can get more crowns or not. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you think the crown is too rare or what you're going to be spending your crown on, because I want to see what you guys think about which character you want to spend it on. Subscribe for future Genshin Impact content. Catch me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ClayQZult, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.